guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chantel and I teach pre-K here in Houston, Texas. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys or telling you guys how I teach onset rhymes in my pre-K classroom. And so this is the foundation of onset rhymes, and this will be good for if you teach pre-K to kindergarten and maybe a little bit of first grade, but this is most definitely the beginning level. So the first thing I do is make an anchor chart, and I hope you guys can see it because it looks a little bright on the video. But I make an anchor chart, and I get my anchor chart ideas from Pinterest, and I scaffold them down to the pre-K level. So this is my anchor chart. I have my title, Onset Rhymes, and I wrote the description underneath. So, onset is the beginning part of a word, and the rhyme is the vowel and consonant sound of the word. Now, do I go over these descriptions with them every single time? No, I do not. But we do a gesture when I'm asking them what is an onset rhyme. And that thing is, so what they say more so is, I will ask them, what is an onset rhyme? And they will say, onset rhymes are sounds you put together to make a word. And so that's all we do. What are onset rhymes? Sounds you put together to make a word. And that's it. So I will ask them, they will look at our anchor chart. So when I first introduced the anchor chart, I did go over these words. My pig is fading, but it's a pig right here. And so I showed them. So the first way, I'm going to show you 3 ways I showed the strategy of onset rhymes. And onset rhymes is auditory, so I didn't really use a lot of visuals when teaching this skill. So for example, the first strategy I did was egg, just with our 2 hands. Egg. And they just had to, sorry for the background noise if you can hear it, but they just had to keep going until they were able to close their hands. So let me show you, because I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. So the word is pig, so they would go egg, 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 and as they're moving their hands closer and closer together, by time they get to closing their hands, they should get the word pig. So that was the first strategy I got them. And to be honest, only about 8 of them got it that way. So I was like, okay, that strategy does not really work with this group. So that was the first strategy. Egg, 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 egg that we did. But like I said, only 8 of them were able to grasp that strategy. So the next strategy I did with them was kind of the same motions with the with the hands, but we did egg, 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 egg. What does it sound like I'm saying? And then it would say pig. Now using that strategy, about I would say 20 of my students grasped that, and I have 26 students, so but about 20 of my students grasped this strategy. Egg, 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 egg. And I will do that, or we'll do that together about 3 times to see if they can tell me what word am I saying. So the same thing. On. What does it sound like I'm saying? Sun. And I will say, good, you guys, y'all are putting sounds together to make words. Like, you guys are getting ready for kindergarten. You are learning to read. So that was the second strategy. And the last strategy I taught them was using the arms, which I'm pretty sure some of you have seen. I've used the arm method for just breaking down, blending, segmenting CBC words, all 3 parts. But I was like, let me just see what it will look like if I do it with onset rhymes. So I will go Egg. So instead of breaking it apart all the way down, egg, egg. And so then I would ask them what sound or, what, once you put all the sounds together, mush it all together. So they will go, egg. And I would say, push all the sounds together. And they will go, pig. What does it sound like I'm saying? Pig. And so I do like this strategy better. So when students are cutting off that beginning sound, I will ask them, or if they say, for example, egg. Okay, what was the beginning sound? What was the first sound that you said? Okay, you're forgetting the, you got to add all of that together. So then they'll try again. And of course, some, sorry about the phone. So of course, some will still say egg. I'm like, remember, you got to say that. What's that first sound? Now, what was the next sound? Egg. Okay, let's try again. What was this sound? What was the next sound? Egg. All right, let's try to smush all those words together. Pig. And this is a skill that you have to do over and over and over and over again. It's kind of like a rhythm, like they just have to catch the beat. So we just do it over and over again, and then of course more students will start to grasp the different, grasp the concept of what I'm trying to get them to get. So those are my 3 strategies that I use to teach onset rhymes. Remember, the first one was egg, 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 pig. The second strategy was egg, 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 pig. And the last strategy was egg, egg, egg. And so that is how I teach onset rhymes. And I know you might hear a swirl in there sometimes. I be trying, but the swirls be heard at times. But anywho, I'm also going to show you guys an activity I do just to help some of the learners that are not just grasping that beginning sound, or this can be for anyone. But I'm going to show you an activity that I do at my small groups with onset rhymes. So like I said, this is an activity that I will do at my small group table. And so using those same strategies, I would say odd. Can y'all see me? I know y'all can't see my face, but odd, odd, odd. And so now they have some visuals to look at. They have a picture of a pot, a picture of mix, and a picture of dig. And so now they're listening, and now they're looking at the pictures to see, what am I trying to say? Odd, odd. So they're looking at the pictures. What word am I trying to say? If I put all those sounds together, what word am I trying to say? And so this allows the students to see a visual and try to connect the visual with the sounds, or the sounds to the visual. And so they will say pot, and then they will look at the picture. Pot. Yes, this is a pot. And then I also have the word on the back. I hope it's not backwards, but odd. And I use these cards for so many things, and they're not laminated, because if they were, I would have underlined, the and then underline the odds. But I've been using these for years, and they're still in good condition to not be laminated. But anywho, that is not the point. The point is, this is just a quick little activities if you wanted to have some visuals for your students to look at. And then of course you can make it into a game depending on how you are going to implement the activity. Oh, you got pot, so now you get a card. So that is the activity that I do with my small group, and I've had these cards for a minute. I wrote the words on the back. They do not come with the words on the back. It just comes with the picture. You can see the pictures. And if I can find the link. I know I got it from Teachers Pay Teachers, but I don't know if I got it from like somebody else sending it to me. But if I find it, I will have it linked down below. And like I said, I've been using these cards for years now. I print them on cardstock, and they have held up. Of course, I only use them during my small group, so it's not like they are getting touched by the mass majority. But anywho, as always, I'm trying to be consistent with posting videos, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can take some of these strategies and skills back to your classroom and implement them, change some things, just how it best fits in your classroom. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but I'm still going to post videos. I think my next video is I'm going to tell you guys or show you guys how I teach alliterations in my classroom. And that's it.